So I was asked for a wiring diagram on my gasoline tachometer running off of a diesel truck, pretty much. Well, this is an international slash Cummins, Dodge Cummins engine sensor that I'm running it off of. It's off of a 12 valve Cummins. And I typically don't post wiring diagrams, and there's a couple different reasons why. Mostly using aftermarket parts, the wiring colors aren't going to be the same. They could be flip flop, backwards, whatever. I just ran into this issue running a 7-way brake switch actually last year, where the wiring diagram from the factory, it was a Ford factory wiring diagram, and the aftermarket one I bought, some of the colors were actually flip-flopped. So when you push the brake pedal, the brakes weren't engaging, but when you let off the brake pedal, they were. And it's just because a couple of the wires are flip-flopped, which is why you got to, use multimeters and stuff like that. So I can post the wiring diagram that I used on my International with the sensor that I used. And but like I said, this might not be 100% what it will be. So just take that as it is. And definitely, you got to check your wiring and stuff. I mean, when you're wiring something, it can go bad if you cross wires and stuff that aren't supposed to be, or if you mismatch them. So anyways, this is for my setup for my 1973 International, my Dodge Cummins with the aftermarket sensor that I had, and with a glow shift gauge. So pretty much right here, I got my RPM gauge with the wires coming off the glow shift. And then this is my ground. And then right here, I'll zoom out. So we got my red wire to my aux box. This is pretty much my 12 volt switched on. And then we come down here to here. Now this is where my ohm resistance is at. So that's pretty much my RPM signal right there with my crank sensor. My the blue wire went to ground. So like I said, this is how I wired it with what I had. Now I'm not saying that this is going to be on every one. I can go more into detail on this and go through my notes and stuff and see exactly what sensor I had and everything like that. I ordered it off Amazon, so I can probably post that sensor that I had. But this is also a while ago that I did this video, so the coloring on these aftermarket sensors, they change the wires all the time. The wiring schematics, the colors, I mean, they just do. So this is what I used and how I used it. And feel free to pause the video, look at that. This is a glow shift gauge is what I did. So this video helps anybody out. Maybe I'll answer some questions. But I can't stress enough, this is how I did it. I'm not even saying like this is how to do it. This is how I did it. This has been working. I've been driving my International now for ever since I made that video. I finished it up at the end of that year. So I've got my mile per hour gauge and all that stuff has been running off the Arduino. And stuff's been working really, really well. That one was a fun project. I can go more into detail if you guys want to shoot some comments up and let me know if that's something. But like I said, just aftermarket wiring schematics, I'm very hesitant to even show wiring diagrams because you got to use a multimeter. I can't stress enough. Hopefully when you buy the sensor, it comes with the wiring diagram, and that is the best way to do it because then it'll tell you what colors you got to use. But I mean, most of the time they don't. They say professional installation or installed by a professional is highly recommended. So, and that's just wiring, getting a mix match. You want to make sure they're fused, make sure they're fused correctly. All that stuff changes by the wiring gauge. So I can't give you guys that information. I can only kind of show you what I did. So hope this helps. Thanks for your comments. And if you got any more questions, I will answer them as I see them.